Okay, so I'm sorry this isn't more exciting, but I'm going to attempt to go up to floor 12, which is the garden cafe, try some breakfast, maybe some dry toast, speak to some people, see how they're going. Apologies about my hair, I went to bed with my hair wet. Yeah, so if you are thinking about going on a Norwegian cruise, not just the Japan/South Korea, even though I've saw no South Korea, only the airport, I don't think that counts. Check TripAdvisor, check Trustpilot, do believe those reviews. I didn't. I mean, I'd already booked it before I'd actually checked the reviews, and I thought maybe people were just being a little bit dramatic, you know. As you do. And you think, oh, people just complain over nothing. Well, if you want to waste a lot of money and a lot of time, now you might hit lucky with the weather, you might get smooth sailing, but even if you do, just be aware that your times at port can change. They can change anything that they want in their T's and C's, and you're not going to have a leg to stand on. So, I mean, I'm questioning the logic, but hey ho, let's try some toast or something for breakfast. Let's try and be a bit more positive for the next stop, or the next couple of stops. Let's see, who knows if I'm even staying on this. It depends on what craziness they do next.
This is how the ship is rolling, and hopefully this will stop early afternoon, so you don't have to be worried about that. And if you don't like this rocking and rolling, a tip from the coach is always to be in the middle of the ship, as far down as you can get. That's where you will have a least movement of it. So atrium is a perfect area to spend your time if you don't like this. Otherwise, Spinnaker Lounge, if you like it, is quite nice to have a good view. So thank you. I will be back later before lunch with more information. Sorry to wake you up in the cabins, but I wanted everybody to know about this. Thank you so much, and see you around.
So I'm back in my cabin. What that was the last part of the announcement. So I noticed this morning, because obviously I got up really early, and I was watching on the TV screen that we changed direction. Now, obviously I figured, because obviously it was so horrendous with, as you can hear him saying, the rocking and rolling. It's more than rock and roll, and trust us. There must have been a lot of complaints. So in my head, I was already explaining, and we've all had the conversation, the passengers, like, why would you try and get down there in such bad weather? And so obviously they made the decision, and they've obviously turned, which you could see on the TV if you were up early enough like myself, and go into the mainland, which is, I'm guessing, what we're trying to do now to avoid all of this bad weather. So any of the islands that was originally on the itinerary haven't happened. So the first one, 2 seconds, because there's an announcement outside.
And a full monetary refund, the fare will be issued on board to the account. No further action is required. Okay, so once again, for all of the guests who book a Norwegian cruise line short excursion for Nazi Japan, will be automatically canceled, and the refund will be automatically to your onboard credit. This morning we got some highlights for you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to double check our free Saturday. And this morning, win up to $500 in spot credits, enter raffle tickets, and make sure to present in the Mandara spot on deck number 12 today.
So,
Join us locked in blackjack.
so far, as I was saying, it's just rambling on about try and gamble your money. The Americans, you must love it. You must love a little bit of bingo and gambling and casino, but whatever, each their own. So basically what that announcement was, as I was saying, is we are going to go into the next port, which we weren't due to go into until 2 days time. Kochi, or Kochi, however you pronounce that. I'm sure I'm butchering it, but hey ho, we barely slept on here. Let's not go too lit in my comments about pronunciations of things, because I mean, it's been a very frustrating few days, to be honest. So We never got Jeju Island. I was left in the airport all day from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. Never got on the ship till 9 p.m. We never set sail until after 11 p.m. Sailed past Jeju, but obviously we couldn't go there for whatever reason. I've been reading some reviews online on TripAdvisor and Trustpilot, and they say that this is quite a common thing that Norwegian cruise lines do. I don't know how true this is. I'm just reiterating what I've read online. And apparently it's to save on port taxes, but they say it's for your well-being or for safety. But the weather in this case, I can confirm, is horrendous. So yeah, so no Jeju, that's the first port. No Ijiaki, no Naha, no whatever you just pronounced that port, Naze. So all of those ports cancelled. And apparently they can do this at any time, according to the terms and conditions, because I have looked into that for insurance purposes. So now we are at sea, which is still an additional day at sea that we didn't account for. And then now the next port, we were meant to be there 12:30 until 8 p.m. But you've got to board usually about 30 to 60 minutes before it goes. So it would have been like 12:30 by the time you got off. It would have been basically 1 till 7 that we had, but the sun goes down at 6:30. So now he's saying overnight, and obviously at lunchtime he will update us with more information on that. Now I haven't looked around to see what can be done overnight, but they'll obviously have a look now. And he was just explaining there as well, at any shore excursions, people are getting this refunded, not back into their account, but onto the onboard spend. So basically what that means, for those who haven't cruised before, because I'm obviously learning as I go as well, so I'm quite new to this, you have an onboard spend account. So if you want to say book the spa, if you want to have extra drink, champagne, casino, bingo, I think there's like a deal or no deal that you can do, any duty free, jewelry, any of that crap, it goes from your onboard account. Now some things, which is what I've been having the arguments about, is if you don't then spend that onboard credit, you lose it. Not in all cases. So it's a little bit of a con if you think about it. So you're not really getting your money back, you're still spending it and putting it into their business, even though it's an absolute shambles. But I think everyone should just not spend it, and everyone should just demand it to be withdrawn back into their accounts. Now luckily I only bought one excursion from them, which was the Jeju Island, and that's been refunded onto my onboard account. So I'm still technically in credit, even though I bought the Wi-Fi now from them with the $100 credit that they give me for all of this inconvenience. There's going to be a lot of complaints on the back of this, I would imagine. Everyone's paid for a cruise that, I mean, that we just, I know obviously the weather, I mean, it's a difficult one to call, but I feel like they could have had this information previous, and I don't know why they haven't designed it a little bit better, give us a better chance in the ports. And as I was saying previous to this, it would make sense for them to not have attempted that, given what they know, and given that they had to cancel the other islands. Why would you then, in really bad weather, be attempting going down? It just doesn't make no sense. And now to do that announcement, well, you'd already changed your direction because watch you're on the TV. So I was messaging my friend back at home, like saying, look, like the direction's changed. Obviously the winds and the waves are that bad. Like, why would you even do that? It's mental. Like, does anybody know, right, who the CEO is of Norwegian Cruise Lines? Or can anybody try and get me in contact with somebody, like, remotely at the top who's running this stuff? Because it's an absolute shambles of a company, and I feel sorry for the staff because, like, it's not their fault. And the amount of complaints that they're going to have coming through, like, everyone's holiday is ruined. But with a little bit of, like, planning and organisation at the beginning, like, because they will have had the weather forecast, and then you heard them now, like, it's worse than they anticipated. Well, it was already bad, and they already knew at 3 o'clock in the morning when I was rocked out of bed that it was horrendous. So why are you even putting people at risk? Like, why are you even attempting that when in your terms and conditions you can change anyway for safety? So just give us more overnight ports so at least we can see some of Japan. Like, honest, if anybody watches this video and you were on this cruise with me, I need you to comment and tell people how horrendous this was, so people know that it's not just me and that I'm not full of crap and that I'm honestly telling the truth. Like, honestly, if you were on this cruise and you see this video and you were on the same one, 13th of March from South Korea heading into Tokyo, 10-day Asian cruise, Norwegian Spirit, 2025, honestly, please tell everyone, because it's not fair. It's not fair what they're doing to people, and they're taking a lot of money from people and giving them nothing back. That's it for now. I'll see you later. Well, looks like it's confirmed for now. I'm just collecting these sheets, so I feel spewy Louie. So I think I might get my swimsuit on and sit in the hot tub in the cold and see if that helps. But yeah, it's now confirmed. Kochi overnight, and then leaving at 8 p.m. the next day. But they did say that with Sasebo or Sasebo, however you pronounce it, and then they changed it from that until earlier. So it doesn't really mean much, to be honest. But there it is in the yellow. Let's see what happens, shall we? Well, I've absolutely sweated to get here. I don't know how I'm supposed to get through there, but I want to be in that hot tub there, which looks closed off, but don't want to be in with the people, man. So the other side's full. I just want to be in my bikini feeling sick in peace. Tracks as well to get here. Can't quite understand why everything is so difficult on Norwegian. Like, why is it not easy? That's what people love, convenience, right? Like, I just know this is going to be closed up. Actually, I found a way. Take that back. Wait, lads. There she is. Hot tub all to myself. Thank you. Adios. It's like deja vu. Here we are. Spewy Louie has got a choice of a hot tub here or a hot tub there. What do we think? I just can't decide which one's going to be. Well, actually, I don't know how I'm going to stop my shit from blowing away. Sorry, my stuff from blowing away. So, yeah. Lovely. Freezing is what it is. Freezing. Yeah, this is the view. My hands are now freezing. There's my little tootsies. I can't keep them out for too long because they'll drop off. Get frostbite. But the good news is, like deja vu from the Norwegian fjords, if you've got seasickness, I know it sounds crazy, this is the only thing that works for me. Sit in the water with the cold breeze on your face and it seems to do the trick. Chamomile tea, I can't really think of anything else, to be honest. If you lie down, you still feel that rocky motion. So if you're somebody who's blessed and you don't get seasickness, then good for you, good for you. However, for the rest of us that suffer, this is like hell on earth. I can't even describe to you what it's like. It's kind of like hungover, but you haven't drank and you've been kicked all over and you just want to spew all over. So over and out for now. I'm going to try and relax so that I'm not sick, and then it's going to be freezing when I get out, so I'll spare you seeing me running around with a bikini on. Got a bit of sunshine coming out. Is it Nelly? Grey skies, just like the UK. Don't let anyone fool you that in March is spring in Japan. Or maybe it is in Japan, but on this sea, and it's in the North Sea, because that's how it feels. It is freezing grey. I mean, at least it's not raining for now. For now. Come to Japan, baby. I'm not gonna lie, I am freezing my TITS off. You get what I'm saying? And you know what, right? It's not relaxing. I'm trying to pretend that it's relaxing, but I think if you are on a cruise ship and you get bad weather and seasickness, that's it, you're written off. I feel like I can pull myself together a little bit on the Norwegian fjords with this. I don't want to complain too much, I just want to give you the reality, because if you're somebody who thinks, yeah, I'll take some tablets and I'll be fine. I mean, take tablets for days now, I'm not fine. So whether I'm unlucky, I don't know. But would you look at that? I've only done it. I've brought the sunshine out. Ooh, here comes the sun. Oh, and it goes again. Go on a cruise, they said. I can feel my face on this cruise. Oh, so I'm hungry. This is the dilemma. However, if I get out of this hot tub, I'm worried that I'll feel sick. There were some people just walking past there and they probably saw I was talking to myself like a little bit crazy. Good morning, guys. Well, it's lovely. It's lovely in here. I kind of feel my lips, my nose. Oh, glorious. Glorious kind of feel my fingers once I take them out of the hot tub. When I get out, the wind's really blowing. I might try some food, I might not, it all depends. Some nice milk. People out on the cruise ship enjoying great weather and fresh air. I'll put this away, guys. My hands are freezing. Oh, I'm snake walking out for now. So I think it's day 6. I've lost the last 24 hours of my life. So you can see, this is the first stop that we've done here. That was actually on the itinerary of this cruise. Now I'll show you how rough I look. So for the past 24 hours I've been sick, diarrhea. The good news is the sun's out, the water's calmed a little bit, but I still feel ill. Thought I was gonna have to get the doctor last night, and the price I dread to think, and then obviously claim back on the insurance, but I'm not quite sure there's anything that they can do. So you can see how rough I look. It's been touch and go the last 24 hours, so I'm going to try and get off the ship. I'm going to have a cold shower. I've got the aircon on blast. I've had no food since 12 yesterday. I got in the hot tub, as you saw, tried to make myself feel better. Managed to get a little bit of food after that, about 12:30. Since then, I've had nothing. It's now 12 o'clock the next day. Had no food. I'm obviously eating a chewy. see if that makes me feel a bit better. So I can't wait to get off this ship. Obviously I've got nothing really particularly planned apart from maybe the castle with the Scottish guys that I met, and maybe the caves, but we'll see how I feel. But yeah, it's like this. Dread getting back on this ship. So I'm waiting for the queue to go down outside. Obviously this is out the back, but I just thought I'd show you in the sunshine with all the mountains and things. Like, it actually looks really nice with the blue skies, not what you've been seeing recently. I just wanted to talk a little bit about anybody that thinks that if you're on a smaller boat and people tell you that a bigger boat you won't feel it as much. It's lies. The Fred Olsen cruise that I was on to Norway was rocky, and I felt bad. And obviously you can watch the video if you want, you don't have to, but for anyone interested, it is on there. I was solo on the Norwegian fjords as well. Now this cruise ship is massive compared to that, and honest, I have never felt nothing like that in my life. I still feel really, really bad. I obviously don't want to stay on the ship because I do suffer massively from motion sickness, and even though there's no wind at the moment, you can still feel the bobbing. It's about 13-14 degrees I think today, but I could be wrong because I feel a bit hot because I don't know if I've got a temperature. Obviously I've got a bad belly, but I just thought I'd show you the views. I would say if you're not sure whether or not cruising's for you, but you're fit and able and it's pretty easy for you to get around, and you're not really big on drinking and bingo and shows and all of that, I would say do it by land. I regret not doing Japan by land. Like, if I was to come back, I 100% would do it by land. I know it would take some planning, but obviously the experience of being ill and bad weather on cruise ships, I mean, this is only my third ever one. I think it might be my last one, to be honest, because I honestly thought I was going to have to get the doctor. I'm not being dramatic last night. And I thought I was going to have some kind of injection or something. I had the aircon on full blast. I tried a cold shower. I tried sleeping it off. I tried, obviously, water to hydrate. Like, I still feel shaky and stuff now. I still had no food. I still feel weak. But I'm definitely getting off the ship. There's not a chance I'm staying on this ship for the next 2 days when we can get off. So yeah, I try to put a Facebook post on, actually. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Just to warn people about, you know, if you're a first time cruiser or if you're new to cruising. I mean, I didn't know that they can change the itinerary just like that. No notice is needed. It's in the terms and conditions on the Norwegian, which obviously they say you should read. And I thought, yeah, you'll be able to change the itinerary from a safety point of view. But like I say, this is the first port that was actually on the original itinerary. And the reason why I went on this one is because I thought I'd be getting off the ship every day. And I've been at sea for 3 days. Yes, not 3 days in a row, but it's too much for somebody like me who suffers from the motion sickness. And I've been taking 2 tablets a day for the seasickness tablets from Boots. It hasn't worked. So if you are sensitive, the chances are you're going to have a real bad time. I would stay on the land. Last night when I was poorly, I was trying to see if there was a hotel available because I wanted to stay off on the land to see if I felt any better. But to be honest, it's probably a bad idea because I'm then going to be by myself, obviously with no help if I need any help. So I'll just see how I feel today, but I'm going to stay out as long as possible. So I'm sorry that it's not the cheery kind of video vlog that you're looking for, but you just need to know the truth. So I'm here to show the good, the bad, the ugly, and so far there's a lot of ugly. And yeah, the Facebook post, I just got loads of abuse. Like, it got to the point, I can't remember if it was on Cruise News and Deals or something, and I just wanted to warn people, you know, like to try and be helpful, but I posted it anonymously because I'm a solo female by myself. I'm currently still on the ship, don't know what I'm going to do yet, and I don't kind of want to be penalised being on this ship if they see it. So I was getting a whole load of abuse, and it was from a lot older people as well. It wasn't young people giving me abuse, telling me I'm a troll, telling me I'm a liar, like just all of this unnecessary abuse, telling me that my opinions don't matter because I've posted it anonymous, demanding to know all the nitty-gritty detail. And I'd really entitled people, to be honest, there was a couple of girls, I think, from the Netherlands who they were really appreciative, because I said, you know, if you're on the fence, don't just take my word from it, read the reviews. And just everyone just started getting snotty and nasty, to the point where the group had turned off the comments. It was getting that bad. And when I looked at some of these profile pictures, this was not young people. This must have been your die-hard cruisers, your older generation, which I kind of believe that they would speak to people in that manner. Like, I was quite taken back. You would expect maybe from a younger generation, but no, they were all an older generation, and they were nasty little comments. So try to do a good thing, and nobody really wanted to know. So that's interesting. So maybe that's a heads up for the type of people, not everybody of course, that come on this cruise. I'm sure one lady who commented as well was the lady who I saw in the champagne bar having a go and telling a couple that I just met here to shut up. And she was well in her 70s, and she told me that my opinion didn't matter because I was posting anonymous, and obviously she was a die-hard Norwegian cruiser. Very, very rude. I did put a comment on saying, you know, Janet, you do look like the woman that I saw arguing and being chewy in the champagne bar after too much wine at your age, and she didn't reply back, so I would assume that was her. And obviously she's on the same time zone to be putting them comments on. So Janet, you probably don't have YouTube, but if you do, you are a nasty bitter old lady. And you're probably going to die a slow death, especially if you keep eating them wine and keep telling people to shut up. Rude old lady. I don't know what happened to you or who hurt you, Janet, but unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary. If that was the other way around and that was me at you, there would be hell on. It would be a completely different story. It's not acceptable because of your age. I'm sorry, but nobody needs to be that rude. So yeah, so day 6, I think. I have no idea because I've lost days at sea, but the sun's shining, so that's positive. We're staying here overnight, so there's no rush to get back. There's no rush to get off. Another thing that I just want to mention is, you would think after everything that had happened that maybe they put a free shuttle bus on into the town for people, you know, to make up for the fact that we've missed 4 original ports, spent extra days at sea. Oh no, they're charging you $20 US. That's what they're charging you each day that we're here, and that goes on your onboard account that you have to settle at the end. So as a goodwill gesture, to get nothing really, they're just trying to squeeze every last penny out of you, which wouldn't be so bad if you got a decent service or a decent explanation or just anything, but they just don't seem to care. Of course, it's my opinion, and if you want to come on the cruise and experience it yourself and you don't want to believe thousands of Trustpilot and TripAdvisor reviews, then go for it. And my advice, if you're going to do a cruise, maybe don't use Norwegian, use somebody else and check the reviews on that. So I'll see you when I get off this ship.
No, make it. This is over. You're very good at this. She's very diplomatic.
Old ram. Oh, it's heavy. So I still feel sick. I still had nothing to eat, not really anything to drink. That's the castle over there. Not really. It's alright, but it's chucking it down. The rain. Let's attempt this. So apparently it takes 8 minutes. Now remember, I'm not very well when I'm doing this, but there is a scenic route. Apparently that takes 20 minutes, but Japan flag there, you know, the land of the rising sun, but it's not that much sun these days. This is your entry. Must be running out of time. To be fair, it is 1:45, so it's only 15 minutes, so I think even if we ran up and ran back down, that's why. Well, should have blue skies, but so it's 420 yen for an adult. It closes at 5, as I've already said, so we're a little bit late, and you'll take your shoes off. And yeah, so I think this one would definitely be worth putting on your list. Obviously today has been a bit of a write-off because of the rain, the taxi, we got a bit lost. Obviously I'm not very well, so I wasn't on my A game, and a lot of time wasted trying to get off the ship, to be honest. I'll just show you the views again. Obviously if we'd have got here this morning when it was sunny, it would have been spectacular, but hey ho. And the good news is down here, if you can see, we've got a little bit of blossom, so that's pretty cool. So soon, some down there as well, I don't know if you can see, so pretty soon all of this is going to be blossomed. So it changes every year. You're best off looking on a Facebook group to try and figure out the best time to come. So yeah, cherry blossom season. Just be mindful that it does rain a lot, like a lot. Down to show you the blossom just behind here, which is a little spot. So the guys didn't want to walk down here because they're in Tokyo for 5 days once we leave, but I do believe that's a cherry blossom. Also, a little side note, it's probably not a good idea to be wearing white trainers. Assuming this is telling you about the cherry blossom, but you'll need Google Translate, which is a top tip. You will need Google Translate in Japan. You need the app, just download it, accept it. You won't get by without it. I'll be very shocked if you can. More cherry blossom, hello. A little bit of early bloom. It would be rude not to investigate what's up here, see if we can get some better views up there. So let's see. So just followed this little road here, little pathway, and here we go. Let's have a little look out here. So yeah, there's a market like 3 minutes away as well, which is recommended. So we'll probably head there next. Soon it'll be getting dark. So just like this, looks like this is all cornered off, to be honest. So it doesn't look like that's happening, unfortunately. So opening hours 9 AM till 5 PM. Just check on the website. 420 yen to walk up. There is no elevators to get up the castle, and you need to take off your shoes. Signing off. I think I said it was Monday, but I lost the day with obviously being so ill. It's actually Tuesday, so oopsie, Tuesday. I believe this is the market area up here. Side here we've got the information centre, which I think will be very useful for me for tomorrow, because these lot are useless trying to navigate anything. Just in case you need McDonald's. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Nice relaxing spa. Now even though I'm freezing, I'm trying to see what it'll be like lit up late at night. That's what I'm wanting. Well, I'm back in the room. It's absolutely freezing. I still feel really sick. I've literally had a bit of toast and a cup of tea. I really need to fill up my water, because remember, they don't give you any free water, because I mean, why not, right? So I'm gonna have half an hour lie down. I'm back on the ship. I really don't want to be, but it's freezing outside, and I just wasn't in no fit state really to be trailing around. I need to have a lie down. So yeah,